6 degrees Celsius this morning. Around about 42, 43 in the Fahrenheit. So, got my little fire on, my little butane fire. So we're going to try and heat the place up. I've also got a kettle on the go, as you can see there. So I have a nice cup of coffee here to start the day. Look at them for potatoes. Now them stees, them from up at top. And Ulster Prince, they look like Ulster Emperors to me. Look at the size of them. They're massive. He's just pulled them up now, they're brilliant then, aren't they? Really good spuds. Big fat ones. It's midday now in the Tiki tunnel. The trampoline framed polytunnel. And as you can see there, it's 25 degrees Celsius. So the temperature's risen really considerably. I've just had to open the door because it's too hot. It's far too hot in here. I'm sweating. So it shows you the extremes really. This morning first thing it was 6 degrees and now it's around 20 degrees hotter inside this tunnel. Outside it's probably about 15 degrees. But in here, it is considerably warmer. Now what I've done is I've cleared off the benches. We're going to be putting the Tesco buckets, 3 at a time, into there. So we'll have 12 buckets there, 15. These are for the starts. But the Tesco buckets are going to be for growing other things on this bench. We are going to be doing some red onions and some more of the sensu. But we've got these to start. Broad beans, Sutton Dwarf, we're going to be doing some in here. Now they can be sown up until November time, or you can start them off in February, April. We're going to get, so I like starting plants off. I like growing stuff, mate. Meteor peas, ideal for autumn or spring sowing, which we're going to do with these now again, October, November. So they'll be fine. So there's the peas, the legumes, peas and beans. We're also going to be starting off the giant winter spinach. Now this was supposed to be September, but I think inside here that'll fire, should do, along with other spinaches. Trombone F1, we're going to give that a whirl. That's October. Should do okay in here. Again, we've got the red vein spinach. A bit like kitten spinach, I guess that. Amazon F1 is another spring, autumn and winter harvesty one, which we're going to be starting off. Sorrel, red veined. We're going to get some rocket in the ground. That's your spinach, which is red kitten. I'm guessing that's going to be similar to the red vein, but we'll see when it comes through. It's like playing solitaire, isn't it? Baby salad leaves. Now, because we've got the giant winter spinach, which was purchased at the end of last year, we're going to use that first. So that giant winter spinach there, we're going to save and retain for next year. So that's going to go into that that box with the rest of the stuff, rest of the seeds. So yeah, that's what we're going to be having a go with. I'm going to do a box of each, and we're also obviously we're going to be getting them started off. They may well be started off in pots. So we're going to probably be starting those up in the pots and then transplanting them into the boxes. Oh, I might just put them straight into the box and see what happens. I think I might do one of each, maybe. I'm a maverick. Anyway, I'm going to get off and have lunch with the lady farmer and come back and get some starts done. All right, see you shortly. Hello. Right, we're on the clock now because it's about 6 o'clock in the evening, and what that means is we've only got about half an hour before it goes dark. So I'm going to do the beans and the peas. All right. In fact, let me drop you down a little bit. get you a better angle, better angle of an angle. Right, that's better, kind of, sort of. There I am anyway. The star of the show, he's on. Right, peas and beans. The peas are meatier, ideal for autumn or spring sowing, and you can sow them up until November, and we're in October now. So they're going in, and the broad bean, which is the Sutton Dwarf, they're going in. Right, so let's get going. I'm going to use these ones for the peas, which are the sort of 3 inches. Any lumpy bits we're going to take out. Roll me over in the clover. All the compost. Roll me over in the clover. Roll me over, lay me down and do it again. My nan used to sing that. And it's only as I grew up that I realised it was a dirty song. But I don't even think she knew it was a dirty song. She wasn't a dirty lady. But it must have been a wartime song. Roll me over in the clover. Roll me over, lay me down and do it again. Right. So I've got 6 of them. Let's get some broad beans in. Put them over there for a sec. I'm going to run out of compost, aren't I? Have no fear, we've got plenty of the clover left. No messing. Just going to get some in tonight, that's all. Get some off and running. We go to Pole Green, and Pole Green do their own mix. Pole Green on Church Lane, Charnock Richard, in the northwest of England. They do their own mix of compost there, which they grow all their seed starts in. And you can get 3 75-litre bags for £11, which I don't think is too bad of a deal. I was working out yesterday how much it was costing us for doing the buckets, the Tesco buckets, and I worked it out wrong because these work out at about £3, £3.80 or something like that. Let's work it out. What's 11 divided by 3? 11 divided by 3. Right. So is that about £3.73? It's about £3.73, isn't it? Per bag. And we need a bag and a fifth to do 6 of the Tesco buckets. So I reckoned it was about £4.30. So £4.30. We only used about 70p of the manure, the chicken manure. We use about 3, well, not even 3 cupfuls of the chicken manure either. And then each one of the bulbs of the onions was worked out at about 5p, and it worked out at about 10p for the garlic. I'm still trying to do the maths on that. 5. So 5 divided by 6 works out at what? 83p or something like that per bucket. Yeah. And then your onion sets and what have you. We've got 4 onion sets, another 25p. About a pound a bucket. We'll call it a pound a bucket for organic vegetables. It's not bad, is it? Now, a lot of people have been saying they're struggling with the Tesco's and the Asda's to actually get the buckets off them. Another alternative is, I mean, we get them off in Wigan because people are friendly in Wigan and kind-hearted and generous in Wigan. We get the buckets from the local Asda that's near to our home, and also the local Tesco that's near to the plots, and they just give them to you for nothing. Just ask them and they give. Ask and thou shalt receive, and we do. But some of you have been struggling apparently to get hold of them. I would suggest another alternative would be to go to painters and decorators, the people that actually do painting and decorating for a living, you know, one of those companies, and ask them for their old emulsion pots, because you can get like 20-litre paint emulsion pots. Now you'll have to scrub them out, wash them out, but I see no problem with using those, you know, once they're cleaned out. It's a container, and you're better off, I think. I see no problem with actually reusing, repurposing and recycling all of that stuff. There's a rake. I think it makes perfect sense, perfect environmental sense and fiscal sense. It's going to save you money and save the environment, because they're only going to be thrown into a flaming landfill, aren't they? Things like that. Right, so with these, we're going to get our beans. Now, it doesn't really matter which way you put them in these, but I always put them sort of, I consider that to be the bum. So I always put the bum in first. But it doesn't really matter, I don't think. They'll produce. So you put them under the soil, push them down about their own depth, cover them up, like that. 1 done. In the clover. Chips are right in there. Just grab them as I need them. Oh, no, lay me down and do it again. You go mad working on your own. In a good way, though. I don't see anything wrong with it. Sweet. I won't bore you to tears, I'll just crack on and do all of these. Right, they're all done. Peas now. Same again, I'm going to put 2 peas per 3-inch pot of the meteor. Now I've only got 6 pots there, but tomorrow I'm going to do another 6, I think. It's just that we are sort of running out of time, aren't we, at the moment? So again, I'm going to push these under, only about 1 centimetre down, cover them over, pop them off. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Four. In real time, this, boys and girls, real time. Bye. And 6. So that's 6, right. Next step. Okay, let's get these in the watering frames. Now that's some water. Watering frames, watering trays. Same again, we'll get about an inch in. Steve just having a gladiatorial fight with somebody outside there. Right, there's your inch in. All we do now is get the pots in. And there we are. As you can see, they're all in the little trays there. We've got the meteor peas, the broad beans, Sutton dwarf. And yeah, I'll leave them in there. There's about an inch of water. Tomorrow morning there'll be about half an inch of water. Because it'll absorb it through capillary action into the compost and moisten the compost and hopefully set off the peas and the beans. It'll draw it all up. All that compost will be damp tomorrow, believe you me. And that's all we do. That's all there is to it, boys and girls. Laughing. And there you have it, boys and girls. I've been going to Murphinda. You've been absolutely fantastic, wonderful and fragrant as ever. And remember, we love you all. Have a fantastic rest of the week. Hurtling our way into the weekend now, boys and girls. So, as I say, take care of each other and yourselves. And we'll catch you next time on Little Farmer's Farm. Okay. Keep growing with your head down. Catch you later.